Hi guys, hope you're well. Final boxing card preview, and this is we'll probably leave the best one to that, haven't we? In terms of the Magnificent Seven, this is going to be promoted by Frank Warren on TNT Sports. We've got seven title fights on the card. With one of them, the main event, Nick Ball versus Issac Dogboe whichever way you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it as Dogboe. Issac Dogboe as the WBC World Featherweight title eliminator as the main event. But we still got some title fights before that. So starting off with the debut, Queensbury debut of Solomon Darkreds, who defends the India's heavyweight title against Michael Webster. I'm not sure how many rounds this is going to be. I think it's between 10 or 12 rounds. But it hasn't been confirmed yet. It has been a year addition to the card as one fight had to be removed due to an injury. As one title fight was removed due to obviously unforeseen circumstances. But someone obviously he has recently moved from Matchroom, hasn't he? He was fighting on the Next Gen's cards at Matchroom, wasn't he? Defending in this heavyweight title. So obviously it's just recently been confirmed that he will be fighting on this card to defend this in this heavyweight title. And let's be real, I think he should beat this pure Michael Webster easy. Michael Webster, who's 9-0 from this record, but I think Darkreds will be too good. I think he'll be too good for Webster here. So I'm on his Queensbury debut, and for a 4th round stoppage win for some Darkreds, and some Darkreds will be tired in them fights with the likes of Fabio Wardier, for example, the British heavyweight champion, of course. That's what's going to be next for Darkreds after this whole year. The fights with Wardier, David Adier, or Fraser Clark. In my opinion, that's what should be next for Darkreds when he wins this fight. So I'm going to 4th round stoppage win for some Darkreds. Up next is Nathaniel Collins, the Scottish fighter up against Zach Miller. Obviously, this is being held in Manchester, Arena, so Zach Miller is obviously local. He'll have the fan support here. The challenger, who is challenging for Nathaniel Collins' British Commonwealth featherweight title. So this fight will be interesting. Now, Zach Miller is obviously local from Manchester. I think Nathaniel Collins is the better fighter. But they are both unbeaten. So if he does go to points, we probably will see a bit of a suspected point store card there, to be honest with you, with where it's been held at in terms of Manchester Arena. For me, for this one, I'm going to edge towards the champion here. I think the champion should be favourite Sunday, and that's Nathaniel Collins. So I'm going to edge towards Nathaniel Collins here on a points decision win. I think I could easily see a stoppage win from Collins, but obviously with Miller being in his local area, to say, and he's going to have fan support, which will probably try them to the distance, in my opinion. And I'm going for Nathaniel Collins to get the points decision and retains British Commonwealth featherweight title, in my opinion. Up next, this should be a cracker, this one, actually. Echo Westerman against Harry Staff for the British Commonwealth IBF Hogan welterweight title. 12 rounds. Harry Staff, good fighter, good opponent for Westerman. It should be a good fight. Should be a really good fight, this one. Echo Westerman, obviously we last saw him against notably against Chris Tondo. Chris Tondo, of course, on that Ewan Smith vs Chris Eubank Jr. one card, of course, where people probably had Chris Tondo winning. It was that close fight to call. That one between Westerman and Tondo. Maybe they can won it back after this. We'd love to see that. But this is a good fight. I think this is a good fight. this will be a good fight. I think this will definitely do the distance, in my opinion. I think Harry Styles would definitely win a couple of rounds of Esserman. But I am going to go for Eto Esserman to win on points again. I think this time would be like maybe like an 8-4 on the scorecards. I think Esserman will probably win most of the rounds. I think Harry Styles will win through rounds, in my opinion. But I think Esserman will win the majority of the rounds, in my opinion. So I'm going for Eto Esserman to win on points in this one against Harry Styles. But very good fight. Very good fight. Looking forward to seeing that fight for me. Up next is Liam Davis, EBO Hooping Super Bantamweight Champion. He defends his title against his mandatory challenger, Vincenzo Femenia. Obviously, we saw Liam Davis in that. I mean, it was just a shock, wasn't it? A first round stoppage win over Jason Tundam, of course. It was a real shock, wasn't it? Yeah, we did not expect that to happen against Tundam. First round stoppage, we're all saying, yeah, it's under to points. But first round, Liam Davis just went after him. Yeah, his hands door and stopped Tundam in the first round, which was obviously on the same night. On that TNT Sports card, on the same night as, of course, Errol Spence Jr. first attempts Crawford, of course, and back in the 29th of July, I think it was, wasn't it? And but this is a mandatory challenger for Liam Davis. I expect the same then. I think it will be, but no disrespect to Vincenzo. I think this will be another stoppage win for Liam Davis, in my opinion. Obviously, I think he will do a third one in the first round, unless he then turn them. But I think Liam Davis will get the stoppage win. Here in the fourth round. Done for a fourth round stoppage win for Liam Davis. I think that's it done earlier against Vincenzo to retain his Hooping Super Bantamweight title, in my opinion. Up next is Hannah Wanton against Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson for the vacant WBC World Super Welterweight title. So we've got a women's fight, of course, here for the vacant World Super Welterweight title, WBC. Hannah Wanton has been, it's been on and off, hasn't it, with her career. She's the more experienced fighter. Cousin is obviously 24 years old. The only opponent on Cousin's resume is a defeat on points decision to the best, to the door in the women's division. That is Clarissa Shields, in my opinion. I think she is the dot. And it is a tough one. Quite a tough one to call this one, because I think this will go to points, in my opinion. I think this will go to points. I think it's going to be a nip and tuck fight between these two. I don't know if it's a shot. But from recent fights, I'm more confident with Cousin than Hannah Wanton, in my opinion. But Hannah Wanton's the more experience, and you feel that experience with her down to points. She will probably take that, to be honest with you. But I think Emma Thompson is one for the future in the women's division. I really do. Not to dominate it, but she will be a future. She's already been a world champion in the women's division at Cousin. And Hannah Wanton's 33 years old. Cousin's 24 years old. I think Cousin will probably have more energy because of the age. But Hannah Wanton will try and find it out to a points win. It's a tough one to call. It is a tough one to call. But I've been more convinced with Cousin than Hannah Wanton from what I've seen. So I'm going to go for maybe a bit of a shock to some people. I'm going to go for Emma Thompson to win on points and to become the WBC World Super Welterweight Champion, and to defeat Hannah Wanton on points decision, in my opinion. Whether that is split or unanimous, could easily go to a split decision, to be honest with you. And obviously the chief support up next, the chief support for Nick Ball versus Issac Dogboe. and that's Denzel Bentley and Stephen Haney for the British middleweight title. For the British middleweight title, 12 rounds, chief support. Denzel Bentley, former world title challenger, obviously against Janabek. Stephen Haney, this is his first big step up. And this is an opponent like Denzel Bentley. And it'll be a good fight while it acts, but I think Denzel Bentley will just be too much for Nathan Haney. And I think the step up will show for Nathan Haney, in my opinion, because Denzel Bentley is a former world title challenger and wants to step back to that, doesn't he, Denzel Bentley? After that defeat to Janabek, who I think it was unlucky against Janabek, in my opinion. Not the decision, in my opinion. I thought it was a close fight. Yeah, I thought it was as close as people expected. And I think this is obviously Nathan Haney. I think this is Nathan Haney's first big step up. And I think it will show, in my opinion. I think Denzel Bentley gets this done in the first half of the fight, in my opinion. And off a fifth round stoppage win. A fifth round stoppage win for Denzel Bentley in this one against Nathan Haney. I think Bentley's punch power will be too much in the end for Nathan Haney, in my opinion. Which comes on now to the main event, the fight I'm most looking forward to. Nick Ball against Issac Dogboe for the WBC World Featherweight title. A big fight for Nick Ball. His first big step up against a well-experienced world level fighter in Issac Dogboe. Issac Dogboe, who you could say is a gatekeeper in terms to try and make it into the elite level for the elite fights in this division. Obviously, it's an for the WBC World Featherweight title, which will be fought between Brandon Figueroa and Ray Fardat. And this is a first big step up for Nick Ball. It really is a first big step up for him. A lot of people are down for Nick Ball to win, which is fair enough, entitled to their opinion, but people might go for Issac Dogboe to win because he is the more experienced at world level and the elite level as well. And this is Nick Ball's first step up. And this is Nick Ball's first world level opponent as well. And this is a main event for you. This is a main event, trust me. It's all about the game plan. All about the game plan by Nick Ball, in my opinion. Nick Ball, his comments in this fight is saying Issac Dogboe, it's done me a great fight, it's done me all action path, and I'm just like, no. You can't do that, Nick. Trust me, if it's all action packed, it suits Isaac, in my opinion. It does suit Issac Dogboe if it's all action packed, in my opinion. If they're fighting fire with fire, Dogboe will stop Nick Ball. He will. Probably more year to one in the fight. It'd be more like Yewood Mercy Lara first fight, where Yewood was dominating that fight and then bang. That's what I can see happening. To be honest with you. I think Nick Ball has a plan, and he will get his hands door and try and fight fire with fire. And it's about how long that lasts until Nick Ball there's an opening for Issac Dogboe, and he lands that punch on Nick Ball, in my opinion. If it does all the way to points, Nick Ball wins for me. If it does all the way to points, because Nick Ball, that has to be Nick Ball's plan for me. He needs to be more cautious, use his skills and outbox Isaac. That's the plan he needs to use, in my opinion, because he'll definitely win the points decision, in my opinion, because he will outbox Isaac. He'll try and outbox Isaac to see what he needs to do. He can't fight fire with fire. If he tries to fight fire with fire, Issac Dogboe has got the counter punch that will land on Nick Ball, and that it's going to be a cracking fight. It really is going to be a cracking fight. It really is going to be intriguing to watch this fight as well, because I would expect Nick Ball to start off quickly as well. But Isaac, man, he's dangerous. He is dangerous once he lands that punch. What's going to happen when that punch lands on Nick Ball? What's going to happen? What's his mindset going to be? Is he going to bite on the dumb shield? Nick Ball? And continue? or will we have that anti-Joshua mindset where whenever he gets hit, he crumbles. He crumbles mentally. It's going to be interesting. It really is going to be interesting. How I see this fight going, I think Nick Ball will be winning this fight. He will be winning this fight until the 8 rounds when we head to that 9th and then the championship rounds, in my opinion, where I've been Nick Ball. I really hope I'm one. I really hope Nick Ball does by my game plan and be more cautious and use his skills and outbots Issac Dogboe. Then I'll be like, yes, that's the plan to go for. But if Nick Ball tries and go for the stoppage, Issac Dogboe has that counter punch and counter punch combinations as well. It's Nick Ball's first step up as well. And I don't think people will pay me if I go for Issac Dogboe to win, to be honest with you. That's the first step up. Oh, it's hard. And also, with these cards as well, there's always a party pooper as well in terms of these cards. Yeah, it's obviously Frank Warren's fighter, Nick Ball. It is Frank Warren's fighter. And Issac Dogboe is there to swell the party. Same with Hannah Wantin as well. Hannah Wantin is obviously the Queensbury Promotions fighter as well. That's probably why I went for Emza Tosin to win in that fight. Oh, it's a tough one. I can see two ways of this being ended. I can see Nick Ball winning on points, or I can see Issac Dogboe stopping him. And I'm leaning towards Issac Dogboe stopping him. Just on the fact that it's Nick Ball's first step up to world level. We don't know how Nick Ball's going to do with his first step up against a world level opponent, against an elite death keeper in Issac Dogboe. And we also Issac Dogboe in that fight was up against the talented, with Mayweather's reports. So he's on the back of a world level fight, Issac Dogboe, already. Issac Dogboe has more experience at world level as well. It's all about Nick Ball's game plan for me. It's all about his game plan. If he's cautious and he uses skills and outboxes Issac Dogboe, then yeah, Nick Ball, that is the right game plan, and he will win on points. But if Nick Ball does the stoppage, which I think he's done it, I think he is done the stoppage, I think that will leave himself open. And I'm going to go for a 9th round stoppage win for Issac Dogboe. I'm going to go for a 9th round, 9th round Issac Dogboe win. It will last on this fight. It will last on this fight. It won't be D-Wood versus Murcielaga. First half, Nick Ball will have the first half advances in the fight. Then I think second half, once Nick Ball tries to become more desperate and more inexperienced at that world level, I think Issac Dogboe will counter him and stop Nick Ball in the 9th round and be the party spoiler in this eliminator for the WBC World Featherweight title, which will be fought between Brando Figueroa and Ray Vardas. It should be a brilliant night. It's just a real shame. It's just a real shame that there is a Sky Sports card on the same night as well. Obviously, they're on the same card. But for me, I am watching this card all day long. I am watching the Magnificent Seven for me. That is the one I'm going to watch for me. Nothing better. 7 title fights. Well, 6 title fights and a title eliminator fight as a main event. Can't wait for it. Feel free to see your thoughts down below. It should be a cracking night of boxing and a cracking main event between Nick Ball and Issac Dogboe. Huge moment for Nick Ball in his career against a first world level opposition and an elite death keeper in Issac Dogboe. Feel free to see your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, and see you later.